Welcome back. My name's Joanne, and today I have my eyeshadow palette collection video, which I have been wanting to do for a while because I'm just very nosy and I love to see what people's collections look like. And I just got my most recent palette in the mail, and I have none on the way to me, so I figured this was the perfect time to do one. So I'm actually going to start with what I just got in the mail because it's gorgeous. Sorry if you can hear voices in the background. I live at home, so it just happens. I might say a couple things about some of them, but other than that, I'm just going to show them and then move on. So I'm going to start with my newest palette, which is from Adept Cosmetics, because they just recently did a half off sale. So of course I had to make my first Adept Cosmetics purchase because I've been intrigued by the brand and I got a few things. And I might do a get ready with me tomorrow, which I think you would see that before this video, or maybe you'll see it after. I don't know how I'm going to upload it yet, but anyways, I need to stop rambling, otherwise it's going to be so long. But so the first palette is the Adept Cosmetics Gemini palette. It's so pretty and it feels so luxe. Like, I have a feeling I'm gonna be buying a lot during their sales. Okay. I mean, it depends how the quality is, of course, but like, look how, sorry, you can like see literally everything, but look how pretty that is. Like, look at those flowers. Makes me not even want to touch this palette. But like, this is my kind of color story. I love grunge. It's like my favorite thing ever. And then the mirror is so pretty because it has like the flowers around it, which I don't know if you saw, but there's the first palette. I guess I'll first go through all the brands that I only have one palette from and then go from there. So next I have the Bella Beauté Bar Strange and Unusual palette. I'm not sure if they still have this on their website, but it's based on Beetlejuice, if you don't know. This is what it looks like. I have not used this yet. It's so pretty though. I don't know, I just recently got this, and again, I haven't used it, but I'm just not in the mood to use it. I don't know what it is. There's that one. Next, I have my Adept Cosmetics Rustic Glam palette. If you've watched my rolling project pan, this will look familiar because I am currently trying to hit pan on fringe right here. So yeah, this is no longer available. I got this at Sephora one year, and yeah, I thought it was so pretty. Like, I wanted something that was neutral but also like a little colorful, and this was very summery. I did not like the shade, so I got rid of it. I would like to at least hit pan on all of these shades before decluttering it. Trying to make my way there. Next, I have my Kylie Cosmetics Burgundy palette. And this is what that one looks like. Doesn't look very used. It's not very used. I'm currently focusing on a couple neutral palettes. So I think this is going to be the next one on deck. Next is BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland. And I got this from either TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but this is what that one looks like. Very pretty. For me, it's not a complete color story. Like, it doesn't have enough midtones, I think, to be a complete palette for me, but it's really pretty nonetheless. For my last palette, where I only own one from the brand, is my Glamlight Dirty Martini palette. This is such a pretty green palette. It's gorgeous. I haven't been using it lately because I've just been into using other things, But I would love to use this more and like try to pan in it. Maybe. I don't know, maybe like try to bring it into a project or something. That's really pretty. I think my favorite shade in this palette is the shade High Class right here. This dirty olivey green, kind of. So pretty. So again, those were all the palettes that I only own one from. Next, I'm going to go into the brands I own 2 palettes from. So first up, I am going to talk about my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. So first, I have the Subculture palette. And in case you don't know what it looks like, here it is. I have not used this much. This is very much my type of color story, but I almost find it hard to use because it doesn't have a lot of different tones, like different depths. Like it's a very deep palette. And when I tried using Destiny and Untamed together, they just look the same on the eye. I love the shimmers though. They're very pretty. I would like to get more use out of this. I had Mercury and Panlo's eyeshadows, which I've kind of abandoned, but I might try to reset that project and maybe use Makeup with Lainey's prompts so I can pick the shadows. But yeah, I would love to get more use out of this palette. Second ABH palette is the Soft Glam palette. This is one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I love the warm neutrals. Yeah. Dusty Rose I didn't like. So I got rid of it. I think I might like it more now, but at the time I didn't like it, so I got rid of it. And as you can see, I have a pretty big pan in Tempera and a decent pan in Burnt Orange. I'm currently trying to hit a pan in Deck of Panning. So yeah, I would eventually like to use this palette up. And yeah. Next from my brands I only own 2 palettes from is Sugar Drizzle. And the first one is the Dragonfly Warrior palette. This is so cute. And then this is what the palette looks like. Very pretty. I don't know. I wish there was like at least one more matte in here just to make it a little more cohesive for me, but it's still really pretty. Ugh, all these shifty shades. I'm loving finding these indie brands because they are very pretty. And the second one I own from them is the MILF. So the Man I Love Frogs palette. It's so cute. But this is an all shimmer palette. If I can hold it. So it's an all shifty shimmer palette and so pretty. Like that looks so green on camera, but it looks like teal from the side. And like this one looks like greenish blue, like a teal on camera, but it's like a purple on the side. They're just so pretty. I cannot wait to use these, period. Use these more, use these because I haven't used them yet. Okay, next I have Simply Posh Cosmetics. So these 2 palettes I rearranged to just fit how I wanted them to look. Oops. So first I have the Fairy Tale Fairies palette. Well, my version of the Fairy Tale Fairies palette. So this is what that looks like. Yeah. So normally they have 2 rows of mattes here and then 1 row of shimmers here. I didn't like that. So, and then I also just switched out a few of the shades from here with the other palette that I own from them. They don't have my favorite formula. I like them. They're easy to work with, but I find their shimmers to be a little more sheer than my liking. But the next palette is the Genuine Gems palette. Such pretty packaging. But this is what that one looks like. So sorry for the reflective background, but yeah. So I definitely mix and matched both these palettes. And yeah, I really like how I did it though. So, oh well. I have 2 palettes from Odin's Eye, and sadly these are discontinued. They sold out pretty quickly. I got it on their pre-order. So I have the Merry Christmas palette. This packaging is so pretty. And this is what that one looks like. It's so pretty. And I know so many people want this to come back this year. Hopefully it will. I kind of wish that the people that want it can still get them. So maybe they'll bring them back this year. I don't know. And then I also have the Christmas Eve palette. So pretty. And this is definitely more my color story. I mean, grungy blues. There's like that green. There's this shade. Ugh, it's just so pretty. And I will say Odin's Eye also doesn't have like my favorite formula because their formula feels a little thinner, but they're still very pigmented and their shimmers are still very sparkly. So they're nice. They're just not my favorite formula, just personal preference. So I have 3 more brands left. I think first I'm going to go through my Colourpop palettes. So first I have the Lizzie McGuire What Dreams Are Made Of palette. It's so cute. I love it. And even the mirror. Sorry, I'm about to like how cute. And then, so this is what it looks like. I am currently trying to hit pan on Bye Bye. It's taking forever. It's what's on my inner corners today. It's literally taking forever, I feel like. So yeah. I think it's so cute. I love to get more use out of this. Hit some more pans maybe. Next, I have my East High School Musical palette. And this is what that one looks like. Very neutral, but I find that it really suits the vibe of the movie. Like everyone's like, oh, it's just another neutral palette, but like I think it fits the vibes. Like, yeah. Next is the Powerpuff Girls palette. Look how cute this is. Oh my god. I got this when it was like $5. Yeah. And this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Don't know if I would use it much, but surprisingly enough, I really love the Mayor. Like I tried that all over the lid once and it was so pretty. But look at this mirror. It's so cute. Next is a somewhat recent release. They just release so much so often that like their new releases aren't new releases anymore. Like this came out beginning of this year, I think. But it's the Winx Club Just Like Magic's palette. I had to. I literally had to because I loved the Winx Club when I was little in like elementary school. During recess, I would pretend and play Winx with my friend. Yeah. But it's just so cute. And then this is what the inside looks like. Very pastel, very springtime. I'm excited to use this because I haven't used this. Oops. But yeah. Lots of memories. And then my last, well, it's not my last Colourpop palette, but like my last like collab palette is the Harry Potter Back to Hogwarts palette. And I know there's so much controversy behind this because of the author. We're not talking about that, okay? We're talking about the palette, okay? And I love Harry Potter. I am currently rewatching the movies because I reread the books. I'm on Deathly Hallows, so I'm on the last one. But I am also rewatching the movies. I am on the 3rd one. Having such a great time. But so, it's just so pretty. And like it has all the houses. And then look at Hedwig. I love Hedwig. He's so cute. But this is what that looks like. Very cute. It's like the Marauders map. Oops. Yeah. So cute. I'll get to using that one. I'm not in a rush. And then last for my Colourpop is That's Taupe. And I got this because I don't really have many cool tone neutrals in my collection. If any, okay, I can't really say that anymore. But this is what it looks like. I actually really like it. I actually really like cool tones on me. Well, I would consider these cool tones. Like the mattes that I used, I would consider more cool toned. So I actually think it looks nice on me. And this is so cute. So those are all of my Colourpops. Next, I'm going to go through all my Adept palettes, and a lovely subscriber made the suggestion to do an Adept ranking video, and I'm so excited to do that. I am currently working my way through the palettes to do that because I would like to use them, like at least most of the shades from each palette. So it might take a while, but you know, it's coming. So first I'm going to start with my newest one because they're discontinuing this one, and it's their MU Net palette. Look, their packaging gets me every time. I love their metallic packaging, like this texture packaging, and they have like the names raised, and this metallic red is gorgeous. And then this is what the inside looks like. Oh, look at Hathor. I will say Hathor, I did check with my Udin's Eye singles, and Hathor is exactly like, what is it, Lola? The lightest multi-chrome. They're the exact same. They're like a bluish purple green iridescent shift. This is so pretty. I haven't used this one yet, but I'm very excited too. Next is the one that I've been working on, and that is Nin Hydran. So pretty. And this is what the inside of that one looks like. Very pretty. Purples and pinks normally aren't my thing, but I'm starting to get more into purples and kind of pinks. Not as much, but I'm trying here, okay? Next, I have the Plain Jane palette. This is so pretty, the metallic pink. And then this is what the inside looks like. So this is an all shimmer palette. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, this I will say is a little thinner of a formula, along with, I think it was Amunet when I swatched them, because I haven't used this one either. Because I think it's because it's an all shimmer palette. Like it would just be harder to use all the shades, but they're still very pretty. And I am excited to use this one. I don't even need to say that. I'm excited to use all these palettes. Next, I have Minka. Oh yeah, I have all their palettes. Minus House of L and what is it, Kodan, because they're not available anymore. And I started buying from Adept after House of L. So the next is the Minka palette. And this is what that one looks like. Again, sorry for the reflection, but this is so intense and sparkly and just gorgeousness. Love it. Adept is literally one of my favorite brands. I think my second favorite brand. You will see my top favorite brand next. Next is the palette that got me into the brand, and that is the Heather Austin palette. Oh my god. I love this palette so much because it has so much. Okay, Heather is such a texture person, and so am I. And all of these different textures just really make me so happy. Like these multi-chromes are so smooth and like buttery, and same with this one. And she has like a couple of like super flaky ones, and then these are just like normal shimmers. The mattes, I really like these two paired together. I find Magnolia a little hard to blend out, but other than that, I love this palette so much. It's one of my favorite palettes in my collection. So, I mean, that tells you anything. But yeah, it's gorgeous and I just want to keep using it. Okay, my last two Adept palettes are their newest ones. So I'm going to start with the La Cienega palette, which I just recently had a first impressions of this one go up on my channel. Sorry for the reflection. Okay, this is very reflective packaging, but this is what that palette looks like. It's very neutral. I do go more in depth on my thoughts on this in that video. So if you want, you can go check it out. It's on my channel. But these shimmers, Adept shimmers get me every time. Like, I just love them. So, yeah. But also, after that ranking video, I will be rearranging my Adept palettes. So the next time I do this video, because I'm planning on doing it like every year, they will look different. So, yeah. And then my last one. I wish they would make this one permanent, because I don't know if it's my favorite or my second favorite behind Heather Austin, but it's the Arrow inspired palette. Like, look at that packaging. Again, sorry for the glare, sorry for the reflection. And this is what it looks like. All greens, so many shifty shades in here. It's gorgeous. I hope people that wanted to get it got it. And again, I wish they would just come back with this and make it permanent, because it's so special. Like, so special. Okay, finally onto my last brand that I own from. And like I said before, my top favorite brand. And that's Blend Bunny. I now own all of their palettes because they just recently had a sale for Valentine's Day, and I own all their lip products. Whoops. I love this brand. Like, this is the brand, like, this is one of those brands that takes customer feedback and actually applies it, like Adept Cosmetics too. And I love Blend Bunny, okay? Just such a good company to support. Also, indie brands are just amazing to support. So first, I think I'm gonna go with their newest collection. So first is their Trove Multichrome Quad, which this one is a pretty penny, but for me, I think it's worth it for my collection, because I didn't own these shades before. I don't know if you can see the different shifts. Maybe like that. But yeah, it's so pretty and I'm so excited to keep using it. So along with that came the Lure palette. By the way, I have first impressions on these as well, along with the inspired palette from Adept, if you're interested. This palette, once this got revealed, I was like, I have to have that. Like, it's gorgeous. How can you not? Like, it's just so pretty and I want to use this so bad. I probably will tomorrow when I film my Get Ready With Me. I don't even know what I'm going to use tomorrow. I don't know until I actually do my makeup, so yeah. But I'm so excited to use this again. And then Pearl is supposed to be a multi-chrome, and it's so pretty. Like, their mattes blend so easily. I'm wearing Blend Bunny today, by the way. Yeah. It's a mixture of 2 palettes. I can get into that later when I get to them. But their mattes are so blendable and they build on each other so easily. And their shimmers are very pretty. Like, they're sparkly, they're pigmented, they're gorgeous. I love this brand. Next, I am going to show the Primal palette. This is so pretty. I love the like different glossiness of the butterflies. And it's just so cute. And then this is what the inside looks like. So it's like a rainbow palette, but it's also different from their other rainbow palettes. And I haven't used this one yet, but I'm very excited to. Maybe I'll use this one tomorrow. See, I just want to use all these palettes. It's a struggle. Next is the first palette that I got from them, and that is their Blends palette. So this is an all matte rainbow palette. But like, honestly, if you just wanted to get this as like your only colorful palette, I feel like this is all you really need. And if you have shimmers, or if you want shimmers, you could pick up the Primal palette. Like, you got options here, but it's so pretty. And again, I want to use it more. I want my Blend Bunny palettes to look like they're being loved. Like, you know, along with my Adept palettes. Because they are my favorite palettes in my collection. So why am I not using them more? Because I have other things to use. Oh, the struggles. Next, I have the Surge palette, which I have not used yet. But it is so pretty. Like the grunge. This quad right here speaks to my soul. Okay? It speaks to my soul. I love this color story, and I watched like reviews, and like apparently the neons are really good too. I've never used neon eyeshadows. It could be fun. I'm just not feeling this vibe right now. Okay, well, says who? But oh, it's so pretty. I want to use her so bad. So bad. Okay, and the last 2 palettes I have on my eyes. I use them together. So first I'm gonna talk about the All Done Up palette, which I think this has my favorite packaging because the velvety matte, and then the lips are like raised and glossy. Again, texture. I love texture, okay? I just love texture. And then this is what the palette looks like. Just this column right here. So what I have from this palette is Transform on my outer corner into my crease, and then Starlit is the shimmer that's on my lids. I love this palette. Like, I want to use this mustardy yellow with like these greens. This is currently in my deck of panning project pan, and I am so excited to use it. And last but not least is the Dollhouse palette. So I really only have one shade from here on my eyes, and that is, what is it? Figure, right here. I use this as a transition for this look, but look how pretty. It's like a cool tone neutral palette. Both of these palettes are kind of like neutral palettes for colorful lovers, but colorful palettes for neutral lovers, and I love that. Like, I feel like there's something about these for like everyone that would like them. Again, this last column speaks to me. Why? Because it's grungy green. It's grungy green. It's just so pretty. And again, even these shimmers are also really nice. But this was a long video. Those are all of my eyeshadow palettes. Now I have to put them all back. But let me know if you want to see any tutorials with all of them. Maybe like a palette bingo would be fun, or like a 3 looks 1 palette or something, or like a week using the palette, something like that. Just let me know in the comments and I will definitely do that, because that would be fun. I mean, I would like to work through all of my palettes this year, so yeah. There will probably be a video up for all these palettes by the end of the year. That is my goal, okay? That is my goal. But anyways, on that note, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.